Clack. Oh, that didn't sound good, did it? All these videos these days start with me playing a note and saying, that didn't sound good, did it? Okay. So this is called You Must Be Dreaming, parenthesis, if you think things will ever change. And this is in the key of G. I need to find a place where I can see the lyrics. Let's try there. I'm going to try a slower version. You're playing for time, but the wheel is fixed. They're coming down the avenue with a whole new set of tricks. The Samaritan has turned his coat inside out. When you need help, there isn't anyone about. They're beating a slow drum down on Union Street. Democracy is nothing more than a vague conceit. You got the wrong color skin and the wrong kind of town, the wrong kind of tempo, so they're burning it down. They'll offer you nothing and say pay in advance. Pour petrol on your feet and laugh, look at him dance. The cops put on their shades and say self-defense. The fact that they were born here proves they're innocent. And you must be dreaming if you think things will ever change. Yes, you must be dreaming if you think things will ever change. They stigmatize your father and harlotize your mother. Shake your hand and check to see if theirs has changed color. But they lust for your daughter like dogs in heat. Sneering in your face, she's sweet enough to eat. You walk past hate word painted walls. Bigotry moves fast while justice crawls. Both hide behind the white flag of Homeland Security while chanting cleanse the land of impurity. Keyboard rats pouring venom in the pot. How dare they have more than I've got? You'll never cure minds full of such corrosion. The fuse is always lit, just waiting for the next explosion. And you must be dreaming if you think things will ever change. Yes, you must be dreaming if you think things will ever change. Oh, you must be dreaming if you think things will ever change. Yes, you must be dreaming if you think things will ever change. kind of a slower version there, although if you actually put the pace against the other version it won't be that much different. It's just how it's coming up through. I'd really like to get a full one at the full pace now. I'll tell you a little bit about the song for once. I don't normally do it, but I need to rest the fingers up a little bit. And you've been so nice to me, I just want to talk to you. I'd rather listen to you, actually. So, and the best sandwich is? 2 girls and a guy? Really? Cheese and tomato is the answer. Goodness me. So rude. And your favourite colour is? Hey, mine too. I knew there was a reason I liked you. That song, Harry Carey. Anyone get the reference? Angel and the Bad Man. About whom I wrote the song, well not about whom, but the angel part of it. The Night is 1,000 Lives, that's a good song. I haven't sung that in far too many years, I guess. Anyway, so this song here is a new song that I wrote today, 21st of August 2024. About 24 hours ago I was standing here singing the Ballad of Justice Road and saying this is the last song I'm ever going to write. But I do get asked all the time through the years about the songs. Who did you write this about? Where did that come from? And everything. I don't normally say anything about because I've never questioned it, because basically I just sit down, pick up a pen and a blank sheet of paper and a song will come out. I mean, sometimes I'll be thinking, well, I'm going to write a song and I'll have something like something on the news will spark something, or in the papers, or some experience I've had or memory will dredge up. Sometimes it's a big mystery. The Ballad of Justice Road, which came out yesterday, all 10 pages and 28 minutes of it. I just wanted to write a little brief song, so I had a reason to get my leg braces on and force myself to stand up and try and get some endorphins circulating. 90 minutes later and a million words later. And this one here, I'll tell you, again, I just wanted to, because I have functional motor neurological disorder, my brain is shutting down. I bet you're wishing my mouth did, huh? You don't have to agree with me. Feel free to contradict me. No, not at all. We love hearing you talk. We got nothing better to do. There's there's nothing else on the internet we could possibly watch apart from you, so we're kind of stuck with you. Anyway, I've forgotten who this lady is on the cue card there, which is most annoying. I know that she inspired the song. Anyway, so I just got a piece of paper, and this song came about. I'm sure this is boring, I'll shorten it down. So, because even my band members would say, well, how do you do this? Where did this come from? What's that? So, in this instance, and this is not a standard instance, but I'm just giving you one instance here, because you heard the lyric and you might think, well, this is about where this has come from and everything like that. And something he's seen today or whatever, but I have a blank piece of paper and all I had was the thought of someone in my mind, someone's face flashed through my mind, someone I've never met actually, but who's inspired me with their work for many years, and inspired me also with their truly ethereal, incandescent beauty. Hopefully they're a nice person as well, because nice things tend to happen to nice people, and I would hope that nice things happen to her if she's a nice person. Anyway, so I just had this face, and where it came from, I don't know. what song this person would like to hear me sing. And it just becomes, just a pure bit of speculation, like those Marvel comics that came out in the 70s, What If, what if the Hulk played banjo, or, what if someone sat on Ant-Man? Oh, you're so naughty. I meant they'd flatten him. Goodness me, what kind of things do you watch on the internet? Anyway, and then I got a blank piece of paper. There's some stuff been going on in England at the moment. Sadly, in Ireland as well. I mean, we've had enough trouble over there, and I was speaking to a friend of mine in Ireland on the telephone the other day, and she said to me, oh, it's quieting down. Well, that's optimistic. I mean, it's never quiet in Ireland. We're just occasionally not as noisy. But we're generally good-hearted about things, apart from, the obvious. And it just started off like, and the opening lines that came to me, which was going to be a chorus, you got the wrong colour skin and the wrong kind of town. So, and that line just flashed through my brain. And I was thinking about me and the prejudice that, oh, poor you, Paul. I'm not playing in sympathy cards here. But just where I live in England here in this place, it really is bad if you're in any way viewed as different or an outsider. Obviously from a mixed race family, I've had that all my life, and that's what the song is about. So it pulled back from there. And then it dashed back to about 1964, 65, maybe 66, maybe 1966. And where I used to live, what would I be in 66? Must have been 67, because I was in hospital from the time I was 4 till just before I was 6. I was born in 61. And there's a big Irish community in this place where I grew up in, but not as big as the indigenous population, shall we say. And it was just, hate words spray painted on walls, there. And I've often joked, in interviews and stuff, that the first words I ever learned to read were Irish out, because where we were to, our house was kind of like this, and we looked out on another right angle with some flats, and it was just spray painted there. It wasn't aimed particularly at us directly, because there was Irish people in all of those places, but this was just the blank wall. They had a blank canvas, and we just, for a chance, it happened to face our front door. And that where I'm going with this, and then it comes out, and you can see the other stuff in there, and the ripples. So you've got that initial, what I always call the ripple effect, so you've got that pebble dropping in the water, and that starts the splash, and that's the initial part of it. But then it comes out, because what am I going to do? Stand here and sing about woe is me? Well, why would I want to do that? That would mean revisiting those woes in any case, which is pretty much handing a victory to the people that inflicted them on part of myself or those that I love, etc. And I was lucky enough to get out of there and be able to look after myself until this disease struck me down, etc., etc. Other people aren't so lucky, and they're still there. And so that's where it came from, and so then it spreads out, and I'm thinking with the different communities that I've met in the places I've been to. The other thing I would say is it's proportion. I mean, where I grew up. Well, we were house 153, and I think we were the last house built, and the rest was flats. And certainly in the little enclave where we were to, there must have been 15 to 20 Irish families there. And so there were a lot of us, but the opposing side was proportionally still stifling. Whereas I've lived in other places. My second wife, for instance, was black, and indeed still is. And if you can see this, darling, then you're the only one I wish I'd stayed with. And not just because you're the only one that earned more money than me. Sorry, I got off track here. But where she was living in London, the proportion, she left London and then she moved to, she married again and moved to a very, 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 very posh area, very well-to-do area, where she stood out, for want of a better analogy, like the only beautiful black woman, shush, in a village of white people. But she didn't get very much grief there, hardly any, so the last time I spoke to her and everything. So it's the proportion of it. But unfortunately, wherever you go in the world, it's there. And just to wrap this up, and the point of the song is, there was only one bad apple in Snow White. And look at the damage that did, yeah. Okay, I've been Paul Murphy. You've been extraordinarily patient with me. I'm very, very kind. You're very, very kind with your time, and I'm very, very grateful for that kindness. Take care of yourselves. I'm going to do one more take of this even slower, but without talking on the back.